Hey guys, so today I'm here to talk to you guys about basically my acne story. I love watching these videos and I think I like watching them because I have suffered from like acne and scarring. So I just wanted to make a video of my own explaining my story, you know, which is not that like traumatic or anything, but obviously to each person it affects them in their own way. So got my notes. Pretty much I never really had any pimples until I was in high school. I remember being middle school, my skin was, you know, completely clear. The only thing that bothered me back then was my underbite. So I mean, ever since I was a little girl I've had some like one issue or another. So first it was the underbite and then I got pimples. So pimples with underbite, not cute, or at least not for me. There's some insecurities in there where you don't feel like your best, and you know, you try to make the best of it obviously, but it still affects you. Girls who have acne and scarring, I definitely feel you, and you know, I get it. It's very uncomfortable, it's very unfortunate, but you know, it's something that it's not the end of the world, and we could definitely take care of our skin and not be so obsessive over it. Patience is key, basically. I thought my face was bad back then, but now looking at it back, no. Like I just had, you know, a pimple here and there. It wasn't nothing extreme. You know, extreme was like a few years ago, well, 1 year ago approximately. Like I was at my worst. But back then, the only pimples that I would get were on my nose and other weird spots, like right here. It was so uncomfortable and it hurts right here too. It was like the awkwardest spot to have a pimple, really. I think I was more traumatized about having pimples on my nose because on my quinceañera, I had a pimple right here at the tip of my nose. So, you know, I was 15 at the time. I didn't know how to do makeup. I mean, I still don't exclusively know how to do makeup, but the only thing I would do to myself was apply mascara and eyeliner. That was basically it. So when I would get pimples, I didn't really know how to cover them up. I mean, not that I am like great at it, because I totally am not, you know. I'm still learning, which is a nice process, you know. But I tried covering it up, and I remember my aunt from Mexico came over and she did my makeup, and I liked my makeup, but I didn't like, you know, the way we covered it up. It was just not cute. And it wasn't like a regular pimple. It was a huge pimple. So having this for your quinceañera, if you're not Hispanic or you don't celebrate 15 quinceañeras, then just think about it like, I don't know, your prom or your like a wedding. You really want to look cute, and there you are, you know, taking thousands of pictures and with a freaking pimple on your nose. Yeah, trying to cover it up wasn't the brightest idea. I just looked like a hot mess. It looked like a pack of concealer on there. So even though it gradually got worse, I still didn't know how to take care of it. So I don't think I did the proper research to really understand and like know what it was that I was supposed to be doing to my face, you know, to prevent pimples from occurring, even though you can't really prevent them. But you know, there is a way to treat your face and having like skincare routines, and I really didn't know anything about that, especially at my age, at, you know, 14, 15, and then even in my early 20s. Well, oh my gosh, I'm in my mid-20s now. I got 21, 22, I still didn't know. I would sleep on with my makeup on, even though I would get breakouts, and even though I would scar. Like I guess I didn't care. I'm so dumb. Like looking at it now, I'm like, why? But I understand, because it still happens to me. You know, you get home sometimes and you're just really exhausted and all you want to do is lay down, and that's what happens. You just fall asleep and then you wake up and you're... Even though I went through all of that, I'm still optimistic about getting my face where it should be, where I want it to be. So I'm constantly researching and I'm trying one thing and another. And here's the thing though. I tried too much of everything. I didn't give it enough time. So I remember I tried like the egg mask, the oatmeal mask, the... what was that other one? The aspirin. And I saw on YouTube this girl did like a potato, you know, and that would help your scars. I wanted to see results within like 2-3 days, and it didn't happen. So I'd be like, whatever. So I didn't stick to it, which was partially my fault. And the things probably work, but I don't think I gave it enough time. Also, I used to obsess over, you know, those little pimples that I had when I was a teen, when in reality, I mean, they're really insignificant to what the pimples I've had earlier now, you know, have been. So I don't know why I was so, like, I was really obsessed over it. And if you've been like that, I totally get it. It gets to the point where it starts to mess with you, and emotionally and physically, because you don't want to get out of the house because you have these red dots, in my case, or you know, you have pimples and you just don't feel comfortable going out, which, you know, it does affect you, not gonna lie. You don't want to leave the house without makeup because, oh my gosh, how embarrassing. What if I see someone that I know and they see me without makeup? What are they gonna say? So yeah, I wanted to wake up and have a clear face like the rest of the girls at school. To me, that was like the importance back then, when it wasn't that bad. It's just something that I guess when you're a teen, you have to find some little issue, some problem to kind of take over your life. And that was my problem. Pimples and my underbite. I think the issue also with me was that I would pop them. I didn't know how to treat them. I don't know in what mind, I was going to say it in Spanish, en qué mente cabe, it's okay for you to pop it and then just leave it hanging. If you're getting surgery, you wouldn't just leave a wound open. I don't know. My brain wasn't working, I guess. Treating my face was not my priority, even though I would complain about having pimples, which is ironic. Like, personally, I think my acne got worse when I hit 19 all the way until like 23. I started breaking out and I didn't really know how to take care of my skin. So I'm 25 now and I feel like I have it under control. I have found stuff that works for me. You know, I didn't really have a set nighttime routine and daytime routine, so it was just wash your face and put a little cream, moisturize, go to sleep. Like, I didn't even use eye cream on my eyes, and I already have like wrinkles, but I've always had them. But I could see, like, right here, you could see them, they're more visible. I definitely started using eye cream because, oh my gosh, how scary. I think this is the age to where a lot of us feel a little bit self-conscious, you know, because you're starting to see, you know, your fine lines, your wrinkles here and there, your crows, everything. So now we're paying attention. Like, you know, my mom, at least, she would always say, Karen, lávate la cara, despiértate, ve lavártela, no duras nada. And I'd be like, oh, go away. It wasn't getting any better. And I don't think the foundations I were using were, you know, all that good. I think it was probably clogging my pores. I didn't really know how to exfoliate. It's not until recently that or by recently I mean like 2 years, that I've been doing like clay masks and exfoliating. Not the harsh exfoliation, but, you know, I've learned that you don't really need to scrub your face to exfoliate your skin. You could use other things that definitely will do the same job, and without leaving your face super irritated or red. So that's what I do now. And I do have my morning and nighttime routine, which I'll show in another video because I don't want this one to be extremely long and then you guys get bored and then... But I mean, if you're here, it's because you're interested in acne, or you have scars just like me, you know, or we just know each other, or I don't know how you stumbled across my video, but hello. So yeah, don't make the same mistake I did. If you're watching this video, niña, girl, wash your face, take care of your face. Moisturize, tone, put serum on it, put eye cream. It's never too, you're never too young, I feel. I mean, yeah, 12 is young. But like if you're 13, 14, 15, start taking care of your face, because this is the time where your hormones are all over the place and you probably don't give about taking care of your face right now. But 25 with scars and pimples, you're gonna regret it. And you're gonna look back and don't be like me. Just take care of it, yeah? Please. So, you know, don't worry, it's a journey. I'm having fun with it. I love trying all kinds of masks and getting my pimples under control, which, by the way, look. Wait, is it this side or this side? No, it's this side. I don't know if you can see it. This camera has like a soft focus thing to it, so this is not really how my face looks. My face is, it's a little more damaged, you know, which I'll eventually show you. And then I have like another one right here that I've been battling with, and then this one, and I accidentally highlighted my face like right here, which I never do. I don't worry much about it anymore, because the more you worry, I feel like the more you stress, the more you're gonna break out. And just think that at the end of the day, you're gonna get through it, and it might be hard right now, but just be patient with it and research, you know, and try not to spend a lot of money, because that was one problem, or one mistake that I did. I went to a dermatologist when I was 20, 21, and I didn't really have bad scars back then. And not that they're like horrible, because I could live with them, but I remember going and I paid $150 for the consultation, and all I got were like one thing of pills, which did help my acne just stop, but it was only for that time. I used that for like 10 to 15 days, and then I had this other one that I would use at night, which burned, and then one in the morning also burned. Both of them burned. Benzoyl something peroxide. So yeah, you know, it kept my acne under control, but it was drying my face to a point where it started like to crack a little bit, and it was only calming the acne, but it wasn't really going into a deeper layer of my skin. So as soon as I stopped using that, I had more money, obviously, because that was so expensive. I also had breakouts. And then I started going to an esthetician, and I went to an esthetician for about a year. And this year I would get a facial every month. Before, mind you, I wouldn't do anything for more than like 3-4 days. I gave it a year, maybe because I didn't have to do anything. I just had to drive and then just lay down, and then she would extract all my pimples and pores or whatever I had, and then she would do like all this amazing stuff. That thought like you're gonna go get a facial and you're gonna come out glowing. Well, no, I came out looking like I had been beaten up, but I felt great. She was the best esthetician ever. I'm gonna continue going with her, but I'm not gonna go for the purpose of getting rid of my scars anymore. You know, it's good to remove those impurities, and who better than an esthetician to take care of that for you. Obviously it's expensive, so you know, facials and stuff I would probably only do 3 to 4 times a year now. So then fast forward, on YouTube I came across this video, and some girl mentioned how she got rid of her acne, and I'm like, oh great, look, another one, you know, because I was watching a lot of videos. And this one, she actually mentioned a website, acne.org, and I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, it probably doesn't even work, like acne.org. They're paying her to, you know, to say this stuff. After, you know, dermatologist and doing my own routines and doing, you know, the esthetician, I decided I was going to give it a shot because I came across it again. I bought the stuff. So it comes with the cleanser, it comes with the treatment, and then you apply the moisturizer. Before, I would do the routine morning and night, and this routine would take me 30 to 45 minutes to apply, because you had to wash your face, wait 5 to 10 minutes, then you had to do the treatment, wait 5 to 10 minutes, and then do the moisturizer, and then wait 5 to 10 minutes. By the time you got to priming and doing your makeup, I had little balls. It was kind of hard to do my makeup. I think doing it morning and night affected my skin because it became very dry and very flaky. Afterwards, they encourage you to incorporate the AHA, which is the glycolic acid, 10%. Instead of doing the moisturizer, you would use this, but only up until you were ready to use this. You couldn't go to this right off the bat. And then I bought the jojoba oil, jojoba. Your skin was getting a little bit dry. This worked wonders to kind of hydrate your face and relax the flakiness. It takes about 3 to 4 months for your skin to actually clear up. But when I started seeing that this was intense for my face, I decided I was gonna use it only in the night. And then in the morning, I do another routine where it's easier and quicker. My makeup applies much better than trying to apply it over this. I still don't know how. Like, I've seen reviews on YouTube. I've seen girls that say, oh yeah, you know, this is great and blah blah blah. And I'm here just thinking like, how do you do your makeup? Because they tell you to apply like 2 pumps. So how do you apply 2 pumps of these and then 2 pumps of those? It's kind of a lot. As you can see, for the most part, you know, I'd say it's okay. I just had these little blemishes that I want to get rid of before I do the scarring part. So that's my next, you know, thing to do. Even with this, I do exfoliate, just not as often. Or masks, it's just like once a week or every other week. I can't have any active acne, so I have to take care of this first, and then I'll get to that, which I'm super excited for, and I'll go ahead and film a video about that too for those of you who are interested. I know I forgot something. I always... Okay, that's a little too tall. And it comes with the... And the things... Oh my gosh. It's happened to me a lot. Oh my god. Anyways. So yeah.